Hello everyone, welcome back to today's showcase on Dark Souls 3. Another request? I used to think it was a request, but hey, I'll do it anyway. So, we saw the Immolation Tinder, I think I pronounced that right still, and that was an awesome weapon. Truly surprising. But that weapon has a rival. Yes, a rival that wants to try and beat it. Which weapon's better? But of course, the rival item in question is the Golden Ritual Spear. Now, like the Tinder, it's also a staff weapon. But which one is better? Which one's more functional? The description for the Golden Ritual Spear reads, "The Ritual Spear presented to Darkmoon Knights, for Sulyvahn claimed a title of Pontiff," whatever Pontiff is. I'm not sure what kind of title that is. It can be used also as a staff. Sorceries cast without using this weapon channels the wielder's faith. Weird. So it relies on faith. Well, I'm more of a faith wielder myself, but at my current build I have equal both faith and intelligence, but oh well. The skill is the Steady Chant. Boosts the strength of all sorceries for a very short period. Alright. So, makes sorceries even stronger. We'll definitely test that. So visually, weapon is golden, but I'm going to point it out. The O-face on the weapon. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Otherwise, it looks like the weapon has been, like, partially melted, and then someone swung it around a bit and before it got a chance to fully harden. That's what it kind of looks like. But still, that O-face. Going on to the stats of the Golden Ritual Spear, we can see that physical, well, it's okay. It's kind of more of a staff one this time around. We also have magic damage with it, but together, it's okay. It is almost makes a 200 damage mark, so it's slightly weaker than the Tinder from the previous episode. The spell buff is, I believe, the same, at 139. Same as the Tinder as it started out. On the attribute bonus, we got an E for strength, D for dexterity, and a B for faith. Weird. What's even weirder is the two requirements, because you need 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 18 intelligence, and 14 faith. The stats seem to be a little bit everywhere on this one, but whatever. Moving on to the Steady Chant, it costs 9 FP, so that's pretty cheap. And the weight of the weapon's also very light as well, at 3.0. So, I'm not sure how this is going to stack up against Tinder, but let's go find out. The animations with the Golden Ritual Spear, well, the basic attack is the Spear Poke. Poke him with the O-face. Power attack, however, is the sorcery move, wherever one you have selected in your slot. I simply have a heavy arrow when it's selected. The two-handed basic attack is the heavier Spear Poke. And the power attack for two-handed is again the sorcery move, wherever which one you have equipped. Okay, moving on to the special. Because the special, well, your staff glows a very nice blue. Very lovely shade of blue, though. Last few minutes, but we can't really know what it does before we take it to an enemy. Then you have the sprint move, which is the quick spear jab. For upgrading the Golden Ritual Spear, you'll need Twinkling Titanite, same as the Tinder. And we can see the faith bonus only goes from B to A pretty quickly in the very first upgrade. But you don't really get a whole lot per upgrade, though, for both categories. So put together makes an average upgrade. We can see this range going all the way through. The final rank, the strength and dexterity will go to D and C. Still, though, you're not really getting a whole lot of bonus damage out of this. Not really that impressive in terms of bonus. The magic is okay, but physically it's pretty low. However, with this weapon's Twinkling Titanite reinforcement, it cannot be infused with gems, unfortunately. But how well does this weapon perform, though? Well, it seems like the Tinder should do pretty decent. So we did 230 damage right there. And then we got the chant on. And 256, so it's rough. The chant really makes not a very big increase, roughly 10% of damage. 10-15%, roughly. Oh, well, it's 10-50%, it almost costs no FP to use. Physically, the weapon, well, it's not as impressive as a Tinder. The Tinder was absolutely destructive. Let us see against other enemies. Didn't even kill that guy? Huh. Okay. Oh, backstab. Backstabs are okay. Okay, so against these targets, did okay. I have heavy doubts this weapon's going to get through the shield. We shall see. I might have to rely on my sorcery. Alright. Yep, bounced right off. Unfortunate. So I have to rely on sorceries to do most of my damage. This is not boding well already for this weapon compared to the Tinder, but it's okay for a weapon on its own. But unfortunately, as it is a contender for the Tinder, it'll be compared as such. Against the Gorgals are weak against magic. So you can easily just take advantage of that and just boost them, and it's pretty okay damage against them, and it's quick too since it's a spear. Moving on to the Black Knights though, they are the more powerful enemies of the game, and they'll not go down easy. Magic didn't really do a whole lot for them, just made them madder. So I can rely on backstabs and the spear pokes since they are rapid. All in all, the weapon's pretty decent. I don't think it really holds up against a Tinder, but it's still pretty good. But anyhow, let's move on to the pros and cons of the Golden Ritual Spear. Well, pros? Well, it's good as functioning as a spear and a staff, so multifunctional. Sorceries can be buffed with the special. And the weapon's quite quick and nimble, compared to its Tinder counterpart. Alright. Moving on to the cons, the damage is not nearly as good as a Tinder, which it is compared against it. And it cannot be infused. Those are the two cons. Moving on to the score for the Golden Ritual Spear. Damage gets 6 out of 10. It was alright damage. The sorcery, it was okay. For my stats anyway. I consider myself more in the average stats. Reach, 10 out of 10, since it is a sorcery-based weapon. You can't beat that range. Animation, though, gets 7 out of 10. It does borrow from the spear animation set, but has a unique special, and it does cast sorceries. Bonus, I'll give it 6 out of 10. The bonus was not exactly impressive. The physical was rather low, the magical was okay, but the weapon combined, I'd give it a 6. Miscellaneous, though, 7 out of 10. Even though the Tinder got 10, the Tinder did a lot of things right. This weapon will not go through shields, the special is not that giant of an improvement, and the damage isn't nearly as high compared to the Tinder, but still gets 7 out of 10. So in total, the Golden Ritual Spear gets 36 out of 50, which is still exceptional. Still very exceptional. But compared to the Tinder, it loses that fight. But oh well, still a good weapon. So well, the Golden Ritual Spear loses the slug out with the Tinder. But oh well. Still an excellent weapon. Still pretty good. Probably not the weapon I'd be care to use, because I'm not that heavy into sorceries, and the Tinder had a lot of fire damage behind it. But still, great weapon, especially if you're a spell user. It's probably right up your alley, and you'll probably use it a lot. But still, good weapon. Can't say any more about it. But hey, that's been Showcase for today. I thank everyone here for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there.